Guys, my name is Crav and welcome back to another Forza Motorsport 6 tuning building guide. Today we will be doing a 1975 Ford Bronco for E-Class. Now this car is built for the bigger tracks. It is a really handful car to drive. It has a couple of characteristics that make the car difficult, especially going through the corners. But without further get started. So if you haven't got one already, go to find the car, scroll all the way to Ford, wherever Ford is, which it should be here, and then get a Ford Bronco 1975. Scroll all the way, it's only 20,000 credits. The black looks nice already when it's stock, but I like it in white. So this car is going to be for E-Class. There's not much stuff we can do to it, but first off we're going to go to conversion, engine swap, and we're going to put the 5.7 litre V8 in it. It's a bit weird that you can put a 5.7 litre V8 in it when it's a E-Class car, but I guess that's because the handling's only 3.1. So once you got the engine in it, go to aspiration conversion and put the centrifugal supercharger in it. That's the supercharger that we will need for this one, and it will be all-wheel drive, so the drivetrain will stay stock. And next thing we're going to go to is platform and handling. Brakes. It's got sports brakes. Guys, I have tried countless builds to try and get race brakes on, but unfortunately I can't do that without risking something else, which is really crucial for this car. So that's why it's got sports brakes, but the car doesn't, if you get your braking zone right, the car does pull up, but like I said, with only 3.1 handling and 3.2 brakes, this car is a major handful, and this car is probably a bit more up there for the more advanced to expert drivers, but it's a fun car to drive still, nonetheless. Not race springs, sports springs. We got sports springs. I've tried so hard to put race springs on, but unfortunately sports springs is the best we can do for this one. Race roll bars, front and rear, and no weight reduction or roll cage. Drivetrain, we have a stock driveline and a race diff. I'm pretty sure it's stock transmission and clutch. Yep. We're gonna go put that rear tire width on the car, so we're gonna upgrade that, and we will be going to the work CR Kai rims, which is the second last rim to the right in the sports selection, the sports rim styles. Once you got that on, you're gonna upgrade that rim size all the way to the front. And on the rear, we're going to upgrade it all to the rear as well. So we got 21-inch rims for that one. And we're going to have no downforce. So this car is basically built for big tracks. So we're going to have no downforce on the front and no downforce on the rear. On the engine, we're going to have a street centrifugal. And we're going to have a race intercooler. And race oil and cooling. So that's pretty much all we're going to need for that one. I'm most likely sure that's all we're going to need. Yeah, that's all we're going to need for that one. That's the only two things that you'll need for the horsepower. There's nothing else. The horsepower should be 423 and torque 423, and your weight should be 3658. And that's pretty much the build, guys. So if you haven't got the build or something's missing, I'll just quickly run through the rest of the engine just to see that we haven't got anything there, but it should be just the intercooler and the race and cooling. Yeah, so it's only the race, the intercooler, and the race intercooler and the race oil and cooling for that one. So that's all the parts for this build, guys. Once you've got that, and if you've missed anything, go back and check, and let's get started on the tune. So always tyres is 30 and 30 front and rear. Gearing, it's a 3-speed gearbox which is stock. We can't do anything about it, so let's leave that one. We got sport springs, so we can't adjust the alignment. The anti-roll bars is 15 and 20. This is because it normally for all drives I would put it probably like 5 and 40, but unfortunately this car has a lot of body roll, so a little bit stiffer here just to help the side roll for around the corners. That's why I've got 15 and 20 on this one. Springs, we haven't got any. Dampening is we haven't got any. Aero, we haven't got any. Brakes, we haven't gotten any. And the differential is 100% on acceleration on the front and 1% deceleration on the rear. On the front as well, sorry. And on the rear acceleration it's 100%, and on the deceleration it's 35%, and the center balance is 65%. So guys, that's pretty much it for the tune. Like I said, there's no springs or brakes to adjust, so there's only a couple of things we can actually change. I think there's only 3 things, the roll bars, the tire pressures, and the diff. So like I said, this car is probably built for a little bit more to the advanced, to the expert drivers, but it's still a really fun car to drive. I'm going to go to a couple of replays, or a replay should I say. This car has got number 1 at Daytona at the moment and Indianapolis, but it's a really fun car to drive. It's really good for all the big tracks, so it'll be awesome around Sebring, it'll be awesome around Road America. I can't remember any other tracks. The Daytona is obviously, like I said, yeah, so it's an unreal track. Not unreal track, an unreal car. So I actually got first by 7/10 with this car. It's unreal. I've actually only started to do Daytona a couple of days ago since I've had this game, and I'm really enjoying Daytona. It's a really fun track to do. I'm not really a fan of the other one, but the International Speedway one is awesome. Alright. So normally, the only thing you want to do in gear wise is only use second and third, but a little bit of a tip for second to third is you want to be changing at 91 miles per hour or 92 miles per hour. It does help with the gear change because third gear is really tall, and it will give it a little bit more revs when you're going into third gear. So if you come into here, this car is like on the limit. It's got that little bit of body roll without race springs, but without it, the car would probably be rolling around through there, flipping out of control. So coming into here, second, making it nice and tight, powering out. As you can see, you can hear that doo-doo-doo. Just revving it out a little bit before I can get to third gear. That's what you want to do. Coming onto the back straight now. I love these little S's coming up, they're so fun. You can cut them a little bit, which is, as you'll see right now, over the curb here, over that curb, and then just power out. Yeah, so it's I like this track a lot, to be honest. I'm going to do more videos about it, videos for the cars for this track, and maybe just a couple of tutorials here and there on how to go good around this track, but overall, I reckon you guys will enjoy this car. I sure do. And that's about it for the lap. Coming up to the finishing line now, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, guys, this car is amazing. Give it a go. If you don't like it, just give some feedback. And if you don't like it, that's okay. It might not suit your driving preference or driving skills or your driving what's that thing? Oh, completely forgot. I've lost it now. Anyway, let's go get away from that. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please give this a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and favorite and whatnot. Other than that, guys, my name's Crav. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.